So the next is the mirror and the ladder. Let us take the story of Arjun, who was facilitating a leadership workshop for mid-career professionals. He knew most of them came carrying invisible weight, doubts, stress, and the fear of making mistakes. But he also knew the group wasn't ready to dive straight into their deepest struggles. So he began with something small and safe. On a scale of 0 to 10, he asked, "How much stress did you feel when you were last stuck in a traffic?" People laughed. Some said 3, others said 6. It was light, manageable, and safe. But here is what Arjun did differently. While participants shared, he also became the observer of the experience. He noticed their body language, tone, and how some shifted uncomfortably when even small stress was discussed. At the same time, he observed himself, his choice of words, his pace, his intention. He was both participant and observer in the learning space. Next, Arjun slowly raised the ladder. Instead of traffic stress, he guided them to reflect on a 4 out of 10 moment of frustration at work. He kept it mild but nudged them deeper. The logical scale gave their minds a safe anchor. They weren't drowning in emotions, they were stepping in gradually. The room grew quieter. People leaned in. Arjun could feel the energy shift. He adapted on the spot, slightly adjusting his script. Less about frustration now, more about choices people made under pressure. It was playful, yet serious, like a musician improvising mid song. By the end, participants weren't just doing an exercise, they were watching themselves do it. They saw how their thoughts spiraled, how their bodies reacted, and how they had the power to shift their state with awareness. Arjun closed the session with a smile. Every time you notice yourself, not just what you are doing, but how you are being, you climb another rung on the ladder. That is how small moments of observation grow into life changing awareness. Now, do you want to do this all by yourself to make something a life changing awareness? How do you do it? So, let us do it step by step. Define the objective. Be clear on what you want your participants or you yourself to experience or learn. For example, awareness of emotion, scaling emotional intensity, reflection on past experience. Decide on just to. Then give yourself the context and the safety. Choose exercises appropriate for yourself, readiness, and environment. You might not be allowing yourself to go very deep into something which is bothering you, but you might choose something at surface level, and that will help you to start the exercise. Start that simple low intensity example before moving to deeper ones. So ask like a 4 out of 10 sadness rather than a deep trauma. Come into that dual role again, participant and observer. While guiding the exercise, maintain awareness of your own thoughts and reactions. And also, if there is a participant, somebody who you are guiding, their engagement, their energy and responses, so that you do not go all solo by yourself into some kind of trance. You have to be very, very observant. This, remember, this is a mild administration of the trance at this moment. So this also will allow you to do the adjustments and deeper insights. Now, do the incremental engagement. Gradually increase emotional or cognitive complexity. Like start simple, low intensity or manageable topic, then observe reaction, adjust for next iteration, and then start with a mirror frustration or sadness. Later, revisit deeper layers safely. Then use logical anchors, Bring the participants' mind into reflection using tools like scales or markers. Rate your sadness 0 to 10. Track change over time. Anchoring creates measurable progress and prevents overwhelm. So, at each stage, when you take them deeper and deeper and deeper, you might reach that trauma, and you can actually take them, revisit all those, and also process that once again in another way, very positive way, and that will help them, and help you to come out of that trauma without even knowing it. So, end with a reflection. Like, ask yourself, what did you notice? So, each time you visualize and go inner, you'll visualize something. Oh, you will notice something. You will notice people. You will notice the color of the dress, the cotton, something. So, what do you notice? Compare initial and final scale numbers. Now, where are you on that trauma? And if you have discovered some insights, because that was a past incidence and now you have traveled a lot, your experience would have processed it differently now when you revisit your old trauma. So, this framework lets you create structured yet adaptive sessions, helping yourself and the participants explore safely, reflect deeply, and progress gradually. Mind you, every trauma can be processed, but unless you process it, it is deep there inside, hurting you when you are less aware. So become aware of it and process it. It will show up in different ways. It shows up in very different ways than you had experienced it earlier. So it is always safer to let it go with this processing. Hope this helps, and let us go to the next exercise.